Going live. Going. Hey, check, 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 check. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. I think we are good to go. I'm gonna lay back a little taste. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit. Hopefully you all can hear me. This is it. The day has come. This is X. Get your hand out of my pocket. Give you what you want to give you what you need. It's midnight, late night. Your brother's tired. It came in with a lot of energy because the last few days have been crazy as all hell. I don't know what the hell is going on. You know, that's another story for another day. You can go to my Facebook, the Queen, MisterxR, check all that stuff out. Get you in my pocket. Go to Justice House, a local organizing committee, Albany, New York. Got a bunch of things going on there locally, so you can deal with your brother on that level. If you want to, I hope that you will, so that those things kind of prove my activism in the community. Because, like I said, I'm just not a media person, but also active in the community. This is a medium. The media is a medium to connect with your people, to make sure that pertinent information gets out, that your people are made knowledgeable of certain things, that everybody can get access to the stuff that I have. There's no secret documents or anything like that. But we have to seek that information. We have to seek knowledge. And if you don't want to do that, like I say, things that you're not privy to or that you are not talented at, then you can pay somebody who is talented to do it for you. Ultimately, what happened. I had a conversation and an argument with one of my brothers a few years ago about creating a house. I said I'll never be a man to build a house from top to bottom. That's not my skill set. But I can organize men who, one, can get the blueprints to a house. I can organize the window installer, guys that get refrigerators, drywalling, painting, all those different things that go into making a house. I can get those people together and we can not only make one house, but a multitude of houses and turn that to the business. That's what I can do. But I'm not the guy that gets hands or so I'll do it if I have to. I will contribute. But to build a house by myself, no, I don't feel like that needs to be done. We get too caught up into individualism and wanting to do that. Just my perspective. Now the brother had a point that he had to make. I respect his point. I just disagree in that particular instance. And this is what it is: the building of a home. All this information is building of a home, and to getting those brothers together to pay them because now they can feed their families on the county. Yeah, they can make their own homes, create their own homes. But once you have that, there's other things that you need that requires currency. They're presidents. You know what I'm saying? And so they like to use those skills that they have to provide for their family. It's the American way, right? It's the African way as well. Well, it was first African, then it became American. And so this is just my point to you that if you're not good at a particular thing and you want something done, you can professionally do it. And I'm your brother. I'm your man. And there's a multitude of other brothers who do it well, do it way better than I do. And I aspire to be them. That's me humbling myself. I'm very humble man. I put people in front of me whom are noticeably better than I am. I'm not somebody's hater. You know what I'm saying? And I have my belief system. I have my skill set. I believe in myself. I believe in my skill set. I believe in people who surround me. Sometimes they don't believe in me. And sometimes you find that out in the oddest ways. You know what I'm saying? But today, we're going to deal with Bernie Sanders. And I hope that I like to be the one to inspire others to do more hit videos on Bernie Sanders. We do hit videos on ourselves. Truth about this black person. The truth about this black woman. The truth about this black man. What he really did. He's peppering up the military. And we must stop him. We must stop him at all costs. Well, what about the white man? Don't worry about the white man. We can't get the white man. The white man is not our problem. It's the charlatans. It's the charlatans. And we will attack all charlatans. And so throughout the entire year, all they're doing is attacking black people. Nah, got to be some balance. We have modern principles about balance. And so if we get at black people, we get at the coons. At the coons, they're elaborators, they're proxies, doorkeepers. They will jump out and take bullets for the white man. So we got to make sure we aim straight when we shoot bullets. But today I'm gonna get at Brother Bernie Sanders. Brother Bernie Sanders. Because he's our brother, right? He's a Democratic candidate that ran for uh, the United States office of president multiple times. And I'm gonna move around certain. You see me looking at the screen, the camera. I'm gonna go to different screens that I have because I ain't got the apps and all that. And I did the equipment absolutely, but I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm trying to give a little bit of a backdrop and some context on our Bernie Sanders. Now this guy's got a lot going on. He's got a lot going on. But at first, I just want to do that. The man 78 years old. He's been doing that for a very long time, coming out of Vermont. Someone that you would call a progressive. This is the new language that people are using. This new language, words that have been around for a very long time. They're just being used in different ways. And so, progressive is basically another term for white ally. And you got progressive policies that help the poor, the minority, downtrodden. Some of those terms we use to describe black people, but he can't say black people. And Bernie Sanders is our new white Jesus. He's our new white savior, our new white hero. That multiple religions were beat into black people, and one of those religions was Christianity. And with that religion, we were given a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus. Now, in this case, just like Jesus, Jesus is a Jew, or Hebrew, I'm sorry. Which is a Jew, yeah, those be, right? So is this man, Bernie Sanders, Jewish man. All the great things the Jewish community has done for black people. I'm an ungrateful man. I am. But today or tonight, I feel like I need to destroy this. And other people will follow suit. But I haven't really seen anything on Mr. Sanders. So, I don't really know where to start, man. There's just so much information to kind of divulge into, and I've been told I'm unorganized. Maybe a little truth to that. But in the spirit that it was said, I disagree because of the spirit of it. But first things first, you got to do self-check. You got to know exactly what it is that you need to do to improve on. And we sometimes come up with this idea that we got to fix ourselves completely, and then we can. That ain't never gonna happen. We are never gonna fix ourselves completely. Never. You got to do what you do unperfect. Ain't that crazy? You're gonna have to do what you got to do, not being perfect, and you'll never be perfect. Someone's giving you the definition of perfection. You bought into it, you believe it, now you're trying to be that definition. No such thing as this. But apparently this man is perfect. Because when you go in spiritually, see, we don't do business. We love unconditionally with our heart, especially white folks. We've been conditioned to do that. We've been taught to love them so much. So we give our whole heart. We're just not giving our ballot. We're giving our heart and our mind and our soul and the ballot at the same time, but kind of forget the ballot. This is my heart, Mr. Sanders. Mr. Sanders, this is my heart. You must take this thing. And I will defend you with my life. And so, in discussing Mr. Sanders and black people on my Facebook this last few days, black people have been fervent in their belief that Bernie Sanders is the guy. And the Democratic Party put up just the worst type of candidates you could ever find. This is worse than 2016. It's they just threw everybody out there. Just said, here. You got people doing raise the roof with Juvenile and the Emmett Pettus Bridge. The niggas from that. Ain't John Lewis died yet? Why won't we lost Kobe, but we still got Turtle John Lewis? Why? It's just Emmett Pettus Bridge. You got the vote. You got to vote for Bernie Sanders. You got to vote for Bernie Sanders because he was with me. Unfortunately, he never got hit. I actually took the blow for Bernie Sanders. I took the blow for Bernie Sanders, and now I'm gonna pay him back by getting you the vote for Bernie Sanders. We gotta deal with that. White folks come around us dancing and shit. I was talking to my wife about this earlier before I did the break. And did you get white folks get motherfuckers like Tom Brokaw, Barbara Walters? That motherfucker's still alive. It's Kobe dead and he's still alive. Oh. But they get Tom Brokaw, a dignified white man who sits and talks to political pundits, dignitaries, ambassadors, barons, presidents, first ladies, the Queen of England, and he talks to them about America and what can make it great. Because it never was great. So I don't know about that great again thing. It never was great, but make it great for all people. You know that bullshit they give us all the time. And he sits there and he talks to them in a dignified conversation. And that political pundit and ambassador and first lady and former president and current president respects him to give him an honest answer because he knows the world, the white world, is watching this. Timeline with Tom Brokaw. Bam, 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 doom, 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 bam, 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 bam. Yes, I grew up on that because you sat with your grandmother babysitted with pretty much all black people. You sat and you watched Tom goddamn Brokaw. But who do we get to interview political pundits? People running for the Democratic Party, people running for the Republican Party, people trying to be president of the states, senators, governors. What we get, Cardi B. We get. Shout out to my brother. I love him. I love him. Because he interviewed Mr. Farrakhan when they told him not to. He said, kiss my ass. We get Arsenio. And we get other entertainers. Killer Mike, who's very astute politically. He's developed a very strong political education. Has never considered himself the revolutionary type where he's just, in regards to black nationalism, never subscribed to that, never said he was. He's a green guy. He believes in the voting system. He believes in reform and things of that nature. So he's been a staunch supporter of Bernie Sanders. And I like Killer Mike, but I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. Obviously, you guys know about Public Enemy and Chuck D and how it's kind of ripping the group apart because Chuck wants to support Bernie Sanders. And you see once again a white man, a Jewish man, comes at us and rips the black community apart. Now it's already apart, so they go to the strongholds, they go little pockets and stuff in groups that are sitting strong. They're there. They're like, all right, we got it, we good. And then they come and sit through and get promise a bag or some type of job of some sort, or a show 2 or 3 years down the line when everything kind of quieted down. Hey, we got this role movie for you, movie role for you. We got the bag. Obviously, we got cash. We got all that stuff. We want to put you up front so they can build your brand, right? So all we need you to do is do this free concert for Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? To acquire awareness and a little education in regards to what policy Mr. Sanders is going to present to the community. Now, we have experienced trickle-down politics since the beginning of the whole thing. And so they come out with a policy that's for everybody, and the efforts that everybody will get this stuff, white people will do it. And we don't even get that. And so they use the fear tactic of Bernie Sanders and say, hey, at least you better get Trump. We got to get Trump out of there because Trump is bad. Trump is the reason why America is what it is. And once you get Trump out of there, we gonna be fine. No, nigga, we still gonna be in bondage. No, we gonna be still the last hired in system. We still gonna be on the bottom of the economic ladder. Does not matter what president is in the White House. The White House, which we built. And can't no niggas go in there. But let's deal with Mr. Sanders. Mr. Sanders, let's go through his little thing. We'll go through. We're gonna see Mr. Sanders. Mr. Sanders. I'm Mr. Sanders' agent. I'm representing Mr. Sanders. So I'm gonna go through Mr. Sanders. Believes in the Green Deal. You know, he's from Vermont. 78 years old. Let's go through his college, man. I want to talk about his college. He went to college, went to Brooklyn College. Like, working class Jewish family. Remember I talked about him being Jewish. Raised in Brooklyn. Went to Chicago University. And he worked and or organized with the Congress of Racial Equality, CORE, and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Those are the pictures of Dr. King that you see, because that is the group that King collaborated with. SNCC, SELC, and CORE. Look at that. And he went to, like I said, University of Chicago in 1964. Now, if you do, and I want you to do your own research about the history of Chicago University, I think Brother Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. dealt with that a bit in regards to its relation between Chicago politics and that particular university, the corruption and all that stuff there. So he went there, and he went there, and he was like the shining light of all the darkness and all the shit about him and all that stuff. So he's a product of his environment. Like they say with us in the hood, right? So I'm from the hood, but I'm not the stereotypical black person that you assume to come from the hood. I'm a product of my environment, but I never went to prison and all that stuff and sell drugs and all that stuff. Got a couple other things that you will mark off as stereotypical for black men, right? But yeah, by and large, I kind of escaped all that stuff. But I live up the street from where I grew up at, which is a housing project. Go figure. So, but I'm not from a wealthy Jewish family, okay? Even though he said he was coming from a working class Jewish family, but he went to Chicago University, which is not very cheap. So, 1968, settled in Vermont, ran for third party political campaign in the 70s. He's an independent. And I'm telling you, this is not easy to find dirt on this guy. And I hope that those in the higher levels of black media, because they always come through them brothers at the time because the support is there for them, and they built up their platform over a number of years, and they get economically supported so they can sit down and really dig up information. I ain't got that type of time. I got a wife, I got kids, I got some other work I gotta do. I'm organizing in the city. So I ain't got that type of time. So I'm like halfway asleep still trying to do this. But hopefully I get the ball rolling. And hopefully I'm dealing with some of the same things that they are dealing with, because it legitimizes me. And that's what you want. You want to be legitimized at what you do. You want to hold your own weight. You know what I'm saying? As we telling immigrants and all that, hold your own nuts. So let's continue looking at Mr. Sanders. And I want to deal a little bit with, because everybody looks good opposite Donald Trump. So that's what, I want to look at his political activism. Because we're going to go over Cardi B's, his little interview with Cardi B, and you'll be able to hear that. You'll be able to hear that. But he went on, his political activism, he went to the March on Washington for jobs and freedom. Now, job and freedom really don't go together. It's ownership and freedom. Jobs kind of go along with slavery, because that means you're an employee, and that means you're a worker, and you have no power. Because the majority of the lion's share goes to the ownership, and you get a percentage of that. So that would constantly make you a slave, right? You are living check to check, and that's pretty much like slavery. There's no worse feeling than working every damn day, 12, 13 hours, and you get your money, and you got to give it to a landlord, and you have no money left, and you want to turn up, right? Because damn it, I worked hard for this money, and I want to get my boogie on. I want my boogie on. They will race them a little bit long as it's not in my face. You cool, I'm cool. I make my money, I go home. Yeah, that's slavery. It's just the endless cycle. You're constantly giving your money to other people, and no one's giving any money to you unless you're working. But freedom is what the landowner experiences, because he's the landowner. He owns the land. If you don't pay your bills, get the hell out. But the march was about jobs and freedom. And James Farmer, his friend, because he worked with CORE, said we're going to wipe out. He said this to Malcolm X. He said we're going to wipe out racial inequality with jobs. And he believed that. He would march on these white-owned businesses and force them to hire niggas because we love you so goddamn much. And he stood up for He stood up to end racial segregation and private university housing. Summer of 1963 at the University of Chicago. It's hard to find dirt on this. Oh, it's hard. He's scrubbing himself pretty good. He's a Democratic socialist. He wants to change the entire system to mirror socialism. You know white folks hate socialism. You know what the basis of socialism is. We just share everything. No different than communism. Now, the power in regards to how the society moves, he never says anything about it being back in the hands of the people. Or maybe he has, and I just didn't see that. But there's certain things, if you don't say it, or you don't say it loud enough, I don't really believe you. If you didn't say it, you didn't say it. Or if you said it in a quiet voice, you didn't really say it, then you didn't. That means you're getting rid of private ownership. Capitalism is ownership. I own. I own. White folks dominate. They don't share power. They don't bequeath power. They make business propositions. Offers you can't refuse. I'm gonna make them love that you can't refuse. Meaning you can't refuse, I'll blow you out of the motherfucking sky. This is the deal. It's non-negotiable. We're gonna take your land, Indians, Aboriginal people of this land, and we're gonna give you this little small section here and this small section there. We're gonna give you that. Then we're gonna give you all this alcohol, the fire water. And so when you see a mountain, there'll be 3 mountains after you're done drinking the fire. And you'll drink so much that you'll actually pass down alcoholism through all generations. So that you can what? Never build yourself back up to challenge the power with which we took from you. Because you got respected for it, and we wiped them out. So we're gonna do all that to go back to a socialist government where I gotta share the stuff I rightfully stole and killed for? Nah, that's what he believes in. That's what he believes in. So I don't want to go through all the stuff, it looks kind of cool and all that. I want to get right to the I want to get right to the nitty gritty. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. A couple things I wanted to deal with. Let's talk about Bernie Sanders' policy. Mr. Sanders. Because I haven't really hit any hard-hitting things and everything. I haven't found a sound bite where he's just a bastard and everything like that. Now, you guys have heard the Breakfast Club interview, and he doesn't believe in reparations. It is what it is with that, and I'll deal with that a little bit. But I'm trying to be patient here. I'm trying to give you the game, but I want to give some context. Let's move away from Mr. Sanders a little bit here. We're gonna organize this thing just right. I want to keep focused. Now, let's talk about what black people want. Malcolm X said, deaf, dumb, and blind black people don't know what they want. They have no clue. They have no idea. They don't know what they want. So you can't ask them what they want. They're gonna tell you we need more strip clubs, and we need some more schools, which are closing down the schools. So we want more public schools open. We don't care who teaches our children, as long as they're nice and learn them to read and write arithmetic. We want, what else we want? We want the police to be a little bit more nice to us. We need a factory with Jordans. That's what we need. We need some Jordans. We need you to bring back Kobe Bryant because you killed him. You know you did. So those are the things that we want, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine with that. You know, if you ask Charles Barkley, and he'll speak for black people when he says some outrageous bullshit. Deaf, dumb, and blind people. So let's go to our beloved sister, our ancestor, the one who's looking down on me right now. And I hope she's proud of me. Dr. Francis Cresswell, the number one student, Dr. Brother Millie, I always call him Dr. Millie. He's a doctor, Dr. Millie for it. I don't really know. And she wrote the ISIS paper, a series of papers over a number of years. Combination, collaboration became a book. I haven't finished it just yet because it's so powerful. You get it, you just all the information you get it. Dang, this is hot, and you put it down, and you go off and running, and doing videos and stuff like that. You haven't even finished the book. That's how much information she was coming because it was Quest theory. It was her theory. White folks give theories all day, all the time, and we'll quote this white man and quote that white man and quote that white man as truth, even though it was a theory or philosophy, meaning basically their opinion, not actual fact. So I'm going to take what she said as actual fact. This is actual fact. There's 9 areas of people activity dominated by white supremacy. Give you my definition of white supremacy. Basically, all white folks are in power, or non-white folks are community. You can go look that up. Basically, I'm not going to deal with that. But I want to deal with the 9 areas: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Now, Malcolm X believed in black nationalism in all areas of people life. Economics, black community, black people should control the economics. Education, black people should control the education in the black community. Black teachers, black administrators, black curriculum, and all that. We control it all. Entertainment, goddamn it, we're going to control the images of our people. We're going to tell the stories. We're going to tell the narrative. Labor, the labor unions. Get the white labor unions out of here. We're going to have our own unions that are fair to the multitudes of our people so that they're protected for the businesses that are in our community. That goes along with economics, so on and so forth. You get where I'm going. Law, black laws for black people. We have black law dictionary. In our community, we're going by that law and not the other fucking fake constitution law and shit that dominates us, that controls us, that oppresses us. Now, we get rid of that. We get rid of that because in the Constitution, what we were. What were we? Slaves. We still are slaves, right? They sat down for hours and hours and days and months or whatever, locked the doors and have those meetings I told you that we can't get into, that we privy to, that some of us know that may be around in service jobs, but you ain't getting through that door. Even though black people helped write the Constitution. God damn. Oh, nigga was sitting there like, really dead ass? You just call us 1/4 of the humans, right? You're just gonna put that there like I'm not right here. Okay, I'll put that in there. 1/4 motherfuckers. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna erase that part. Okay, 1/4 of a human. Moving on. Politics, we deal with the politics. All the politicians will do the bidding of black people in the black community and push policies that will assist in our empowerment. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I'm kind of mush mouth right now. Dried out and tired. I'm gonna try to push on through. Enunciate. All right, I'm good. Religion. No more white Jesus. No white Muhammad. No white Judaism. None of that stuff. We want it out of here. Religion. Jesus, the one that existed. Okay. He's black as hell. He's black as me. Handsome brother. Strong brother. Broad shoulders. And he had not Mary Magdalene, but a fine sister with him. You know what I'm saying? And they fought the devil, Mr. Caesar. You know, you control the narrative of the religion. It's no longer a divisive instrument against us. You see what I'm saying? Sex, need I go there? I'll get to that later. And war, obviously, warfare. how we being used, how open warfare is being used against our people, how the white man fights everybody on the planet. And we join his armies, thinking we're going to be free, thinking we're fighting for freedom, and we come back and they say, listen, if you want to eat, go to the back where the urinals are. You still get no respect here. See, white folks like to keep us from shit for 50, 60, 70 years when they got a long lead, 9,000% more money than we do. Then they say, okay, nigga, you can come to the front and sit down and do that. Now all that, you cool with all that bullshit in the past, right? You straight, right? We're cool, right? We're cool. Right on, brother? What's up, man? I'm just fucking. Come on, bro. 60 years we haven't been able to do it. And so we want it so bad because you tell us we can't do it. The civil rights movement, we want to come sit next to you, white man. We got our own restaurants and stuff. But we don't want those. We want yours. We look, we see the buses and stuff, and it's nice and shiny, and your buildings are nice and new, and we really would like to come to it because it's this girl there named Mary, and that's the only reason why I joined the civil rights movement, to get with her. Long. She's just swell. That's really joined the movement so I can get with her. I don't care about these niggas. I want to be with you, please, white daddy. Let me in. Let me in, white daddy. Let me in. And that's the part of the movement that Bernie said. He saw that. He said, damn, these niggas really love our women. Come in. She got a fatty right there. You don't want her? All right. I'll deal with her. All right. So, in that auspice, control, independence, ownership, black people, and all those areas of activity. That's what we want. That's our agenda. Have that context. We want to control. So, political pundit, person, activist, senator, what are you going to do in exchange for our votes? We're tired of giving love. And we're tired of the dance. We're tired of dancing with you. We're tired of our top celebrities doing events with you. Hey, it's time to vote. And that's all I can give you legally. So I can't really tell you what to do. There's no real strategy or anything. I just want you to vote. Your vote is powerful. Your vote is powerful. By itself, don't ever let anybody tell you your vote doesn't matter. You have a voice. Just nothing burgers. What does that mean? Tell me, what does that mean? My vote has a voice. You mean the ballot? If I put my name on it, put it in there, and start talking to me? Yo, nigga, I love this decision you made. Or no, I don't really care too much for this decision, but you made it, so I want to go ahead and cast myself in here. Huh? Does the ballot talk to us? No, it hasn't. I only voted a couple times. The ballot never said a word to me. So I don't know. But I do know we want to control our own destiny. In this society, we do not. You do. You have to speak for us. And so you are the representative of black people. Now, we had a representative of black people. He was a nice, handsome brother, had a beautiful black wife, 2 beautiful black children, and we voted him in like 85, 90%, and he didn't do a goddamn thing. Black people were dying all across America, and all he was saying was, well, we have some problems, we have some issues. And racism is bad, but it's getting better. And my heart goes out to those families that are infected by tragic incident. You mean all 45 million black people? Because we dealing with tragedy, every last one of us is dealing with tragedy every day. Are you praying for us too, nigga? But we voted for him and he did nothing. But the modicum is, my dear brothers and sisters, if you are a black person in power, you are never to do nothing for black people. Shout out to my brother, Ifan Day. You are never to do nothing for black people. That Claude Anderson said on the Breakfast Club, the white folks that he knows, and he got white friends, but he knows the best course of action for black people is to keep them at a distance. Cordially. We cool? Yeah, we cool. But I gotta do this for my people, just like you gotta do this for yours. So we cool, we can talk, we can chill, we can get a bump and grind on and all that stuff. But just like you gonna roll out of the bed and practice white supremacy, I'm gonna roll out of the bed and be black power. And my wife gonna look like me. We can have little skirmishes and all that other stuff, whatever. I'm not gonna hunt you. I'm not gonna slob over the mouth for you. I ain't gonna do all that. No, this is what my people need. Come on, remember last night we did it? I don't know what you're talking about. This is what my people need. I'm good with that. That was last night. Maybe we can do it later. I don't know. I'm not sure. At this point in time, this is strategy. And Claude Anderson said, white people that he knew said, I would never voted for Obama if I knew he was going to do something for black people. They know that. They know the policy we don't. Black people with power don't do shit for black people. That's how you got the position. Nigga, you start doing shit for black people, like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? No. You don't do stuff for black people. You just keep doing shit for us. You a token. Only thing you do is take pictures with them and smile. Go to their little events. Give them a little bit of money. Check with us. But no real power. See, we want power. Black people want power. The real black media is pushing black power. What are your policies in regards to black power? Let's go over policies. Great. That was a great transition. I love that. Policies of Mr. Sanders. Now, Mr. Sanders, radical politician. Mr. Sanders is a radical politician. Mr. Sanders wants free college for all. Free housing for all. Let's go to this policy. See some more of this stuff. This is beautiful stuff. It's such a nice thing. Man. Policies, he wants to end capitalism. He wants to end capitalism. He wants democratic socialism. Like I told you before, no private property rights. All that property that white folks got. He wants to cut it up and give it to people. Free Medicaid and Medicare for everybody. He wants to reduce the defense spending. All that military weaponry and colonization, neo-colonialism all over the world with AFRICOM and bases all over the place. He like, nah, we ain't got to get rid of all of that. Trick the devil. We ain't got to get rid of all of that. We just going to take a little bit of it. Just take a little bit. To the tune of 1.215 trillion. That's a little bit. And the trillions, when you say trillion and a little bit, they don't go together. But he just will take a little bit. That's what he said. Just a little taste. That's what he's doing with this interview, which we will go over. Just a little taste. And we're going to put it to these other things I got going on. You know, the universal child care. Because all this stuff got a cost. It's all free. I want it to be free. So we gotta take money from other places and put it here, which white folks do all the time with the local budget. They do that shit all the time. Cut funding. That means go to where the niggas at. Any money we got going in the area the niggas at, take it back. We give it to you, we take it back. We give it to you, we take it back. No. Bernie's like, no, we don't take it from white people. You're super rich. You make $34 million or more, your ass is getting taxed. We coming at it. Go ahead, Bernie. Bernie. Go Bernie. Get crazy. Get retarded. Go Bernie. So that's what Bernie Sanders plans on money. Not me. Us. It's powerful, man. It's not, the slogan is not make America great again. Black people like, women are great. But his is not me, us. Man, this Green Deal, man. He wants to get rid of fossil fuel, right? And he wants to heal the planet. Because these devils are going to destroy the goddamn planet. They've been destroying the planet, man. We'd be lucky to get out of here alive without a mass extinction event. You know what I mean? That I left my children here. My children will be here, and who knows what the planet will be like. That's why I do what I do, because I don't know what the planet's going to look like while they're here. And so he got this Green Deal. He wants to deal with the planet. He wants to heal the planet. Like Michael Jackson said, heal the world, make it a better place. For you and that's what he believes in. They don't really care about us. Go, he's sticking that big pharma. That's one of the reasons why they killed Michael anyway. He kept taking shots at the power elite. He's like, bro, what happened to moonwalking? You don't moonwalk no more? And that's what Bernie believes in. Bernie's 78 years old. He's been going at the establishment since 64, 65. King is dead, Maker is dead, Malcolm is dead, but we got Bernie. We got Bernie. Because white men traditionally have more leeway into dealing with people with rabble rousing. You can take a strong, progressive, left-wing type of stance. He has that energy to him. You can rub shoulders with black people and rub shoulders with white folks. So it's that duality. That's our representative. Remember, we couldn't talk back to white people. There was a time we couldn't talk back to them. They could let us have it. We had to have our eyes down and head down. And the only person that could talk to us was a white man. This is my slave. How dare you talk to him like that? How dare you? And we still go by that today. Athletes and entertainers and activists speak out, and we let them have it. But if a white man comes to defend them, they'll be like, all right. That's your handler? Okay. Make sure who your handler is, boy. Where your papers at, boy? Who owns you, boy? Who's going to answer for your mess now? You're going to destroy this stuff, man. Somebody's got to pay for this. Who is your owner, boy? Bernie Sanders, sir. All right. Well, I have a talk with Mr. Sanders. You go on about your way. Told you, dope, man. Told you. That's what we want. We don't want to stand with power. We don't want to be Patrice Lumumba. We don't want to be Haile Selassie. We don't want to be Kwame Nkrumah. Independence leaders. Why? Because they got killed. Stephen Biko. We don't want to be these people. We don't want to be Stephen Miller. We don't want to be that anymore. We want a rug. We want a nicer room than this. Give me a couple more portraits and stuff. Take down that nigga Malcolm X and his actual facts. And damn sure that nigga Kobe Bryant, he dead. He deserved to be dead. That's what we really. That's how we feel. That's how we feel. Give me a queen size bed. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 or 4 like that. That's what we really. And Bernie's gonna give it to us. And so I don't really got to divulge too deeply in his actual plan, but these are the things that we want. This sounds like a fairy tale. This sounds like a Walt Disney fairy tale, Bernie Sanders says. We got free this and free that, and college for all, and housing for all. You can just and the college that HBCUs, billions of dollars. All that stuff that's tied up in litigation, it's yours. You have it. And we will give you funding that will rival the private white institutions. And you will be a legitimate university. I got a few problems with this stuff. Now that I laid that out, I got some problems with this stuff. Let's go down the line. Okay, the whole free thing. Yeah, don't send right with me. People are going to lose a lot of money. And you're talking about taxing them. So now you're doing something free and you're taxing them. So you get them twice. Now we know the 1% runs the world, right? We know 99% of the people work for that 1%. And you can check his fundraising folder on the internet. It is there available for you. And it's all public sector. That means all the funds come from working class people. There's no private sectors. There's no big business entities that supporting Bernie, so he's not being controlled by any of these things. See, one, I don't believe that at all. But again, I don't need that information against him. I don't need that information against him. I don't. One problem I have, and we'll go down to problems, is the fear tactic of getting Trump out. I talked about that earlier. I don't like a fear tactic. I don't want to choose you because of this big bad boogeyman. He already exists. He already been here. Since we've been brought to this country, that's been the boogeyman. The white man has been the boogeyman. They keep saying, nah, not this white man, the big man. That's the white man. He's the boogeyman. And we must look at him and we must get him out of here because he's a big bad boogeyman. All the motherfuckers are boogeyman. They're all boogeyman. They're all out to get us, one way or another. Muhammad Ali, what did he say? 10,000 snakes coming down the wall. Talking about white folks having this conversation. And you notice they don't never play Muhammad Ali anymore. Because they can't deny his politics. He was a member of the Nation of Islam. He was a follower of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And that man gave him the information he was able to give to the world. So they try to equate that information based on it was Muhammad Ali's thought process. No, it was the Nation of Islam, and it was the most honorable Muhammad, more specifically, Minister Malcolm X. It was Malcolm that got him in the goddamn Nation of Islam and cultivated him and brought him up empower them. But they cut all that out. They erase all that. Erase all that. And he said 10,000 snakes are coming down the hallway. And he said maybe 100 of them are non-venomous and actually friends of mine. Well, they're mixed in with the 10,000. Should I hope that they get to the front and come in the room with me? Or should I just go door on all of them? Beautiful analogy. Because everybody's like, yeah, man, close the door. I got it. Close the door. Close the door. He had another interview before his fight with, I think, George Foreman. They were sitting in the ring, right? He was at his training camp, and he was talking about, all right, what's your solution? I'm not a dumb Negro. What's your solution? Integration? Yeah, I believe in integration. So you still own the factories, you still own the railroads, you still own the land, you still own the airports, you still own those things. And we're supposed to integrate with you. We're supposed to give up the little things that we got and come with you on your side, but there's nothing for me. He was like, yeah. See, no, I'm not good with that. The interviewer exposed himself. They're trying to have that intellectual banner with Muhammad Ali. They lost. And so those are the things that we want. And so the scare tactic here of get Trump out, that ain't working. That's not tangible. What is tangible? Tangible 2020. Shout out to King Flex. Tangibles 2020. What tangibles are you giving us? I just gave you his policies. Nothing is African specific. Nothing is dealing with foreign policy in terms of freeing Africa and letting Africa develop itself as a nation. Where's that at? There's no policy for that. Where is that? Where is that? What are we doing with that? What's up with these military bases in Africa? Okay. What about the divide between African Americans and Africans on the continent? You want to deal with that? Huh? Are you going to deal with that, sir? They need us and we need them. That means the destruction of Western power structure. Are you willing to be a part of that, sir? You progressive presidential candidate, you? Huh? What's your thoughts on Africa, man? What you feel about that? What do you mean? What about a free and independent Africa? Not different parts, not just South Africa, not Israel, which is North Africa. No, the entirety of Africa, man. What's your thoughts about that, sir? Huh? Build up business in Africa. What about that? That's the foreign policy thing. He don't got nothing about foreign policy. Because he's dealing with America. We're going to deal with domestic situation. But obviously, if this was something that was progressive, we would see it would dominate the airwaves. Yes, I believe in a free Africa market to grow its country and grow big business and industry. And for Black people who want to repatriate, we have monies for them too. Nothing about that. Universal child care. Yeah, I don't really got too many thoughts with that. I don't really care too much about that. The whole taxing of 1%, I just, they control all the corporate entities. Donald Trump is being financed by all the devils. And Mr. Sanders that alienated some Democrats. He's part of the Democratic Party. The Democrat. It's one snake, two heads. Don't matter what head he is, he's part of one of the heads. They've been biting us on the ass for years. And that's who he represents. And the people in his own camp don't even like him. And they'll use a particular policy or stance. And they're really just like, I really don't fuck with him. But they're using that stance against him. For instance, Israel. Apparently he's not pro-Israel. Now, both Democrats and Republicans, they believe in Israel. Israel runs the world. Now, Israel is a small country. North Africa, right at the tip. A small country that rules the world. It's funded by America. America takes care of all its people. And the Palestinian people are the oppressed people who were there first, got removed so that Jews can have their own nation. They treat Black people there like shit. And I don't need no cold words, but how do you feel about the Black people in Israel who are being with shit? The real Jews. The real Jews are Black. You are Johnny come latelys. I know I sound anti-Semitic. I don't give a damn. The fact of the matter, I was talking to my wife, most of these policies and most of these positions and certain issues, which we'll get to, Republicans, shit, Republicans feel like we feel. Let's move to the benign neglect discussion. And if you listen to his interviews, he doesn't really talk to black people, he talks at them. That's how benign neglect is. Basically, what it means is we're going to neglect you henceforth now until forever. And it was established in the 70s. Where a political campaign manager, I forget his name, but he came up with the idea because black people was tearing America up in the early 70s. And they came up with the Kerner Commission. Like, find out what's going on with black people. Why are they tearing up shit? White racism. Yeah, nah, we always been racist. But what is it really? And they said, well, what we found out is, well, politicians are coming into the community. They're promising them black people stuff, and they were not delivering, obviously, because we're two-faced liars, and this is what we do. And so when we don't give them what they want, they tear shit up. Yes, those are our grandparents. See, we say, we got little t-shirts, I'm not my grandparents. Sign these hands. No, you're not, man. Because not everybody's grandparents was out there, we shall overcome someday. I mean, they was out there, they was on the periphery, ready for the smoke. They're like, y'all go ahead and do that march, and we're going to make sure you're right. When the crackers come, you're going to be ready. And so when people didn't deliver, we started burning shit down. We started whooping some ass. And so they came up with the benign neglect policy. Don't promise niggas nothing. Don't give them jack. Don't even mention their name. Call them minorities. Call them people of color, diverse areas, multiculturalism, all these terms that sound pretty but don't mean a damn thing. And take you further away from your blackness, your strength, your African roots. We're rooted into the planet. Africa is rooted into the planet. We are the beginning and the end. We're going to take that from you. And so Bernie's talking at us, and he's saying all these wonderful things, but then, bro, what you going to do for black people specifically? Well, let's deal with this, sir. Because we're going to go into the video, but I'm going to deal with this. And I told this sister on Facebook, people were stopping for Bernie. I want to vote for Bernie because he's the best choice we got. You know anything about his policy? Of course not. Never did. Malcolm told us to get a political education. You don't listen now. You don't listen. And so I said, sister, I'm driving right now, but I looked up his policies, and yeah, I don't, no, it's just Disney World, man. This is a whole new world. This is Aladdin. I feel like he's the genie. He's the genie. That's what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Bernie Genie Sanders. And that's what he is. Just rub on my lap, and I'll give you 3 wishes. I as the genie of the land, and I'm gonna give you some wishes. Not gonna be like you thought, but I'm gonna grab. Free this, free that, free that. It's like being on Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a house. 3 months later, people still ain't got a house and a car. Like, she just had me on the show talking about she was getting a house and a car. That's how Bernie Sanders is. Free healthcare, free childcare, free college. Free college. To go to what businesses? So we get a free education. Okay. Colleges are still getting the bread. The administrators are still white. Professors are still white. You still not building an African infrastructure. Where's that at? Where's the business infrastructure for black people? Do we get the chance to control our own community? No, we don't. That's not what it is. So we're supposed to graduate from this school free of charge and go to the white man's corporations and beg for a job. We right back where we started. It's a game. It's a game. And so I talked to the sister, and I said, yeah, we had this interview. We did the interview pretty soon. Talking about police brutality. And I told her, I asked a mayoral candidate the same question Cardi B asked him. What are you going to do about police brutality? I mean, this big brutality is so bad. Black men are dying in the street. And what are we going to do about it? I just asked him, man, what you going to do about police brutality? He started. What's a whole other man? I forget his name. Let's never get because he's not around no more. So she asked him the same question. This is what he said. Same answer this white man I asked a couple years ago. He said, "We're gonna get police officers that look like the people in the community." Now she said, "Black men dying in the street. Who are community? Who are police officers? Vague, benign. We have to guess whom he's talking about. He's not talking about suburbia, right? Suburbia already got white officers. Suburbia got white officers. High class communities, they got officers, white officers. So he must be talking about our community. We don't know because he didn't say. So he never talked about punishment. She said dying in the streets. Dying in the streets, that means somebody killed him. Well, who killed him? The police officer. So what you gonna do about him? Yeah, it's cool to have those individuals whom are black, or our individuals whom are black, part of the police force. Yeah, the system is still the same. You're still inculcating them into a racist system. So yeah, that's not a long-term fix. But okay, sir, we'll walk with you on this. They'll walk with you. I ain't walking with you, but I'll play a righteous advocate. Okay, we're gonna try to get black people into law enforcement so that they can police their own community. But we're still part of the white racist police force. And the white racist police unions is gonna say, I know this country is run by unions. And they're all white brand. This man got enemies everywhere. I love it because of white on white crime. This white person hate this white person. This white person hate this white person. Just put it out there. The best thing about that political debate last year with Trump and the white boys, they looked like the fools that they were. See, people call it nigga shit, and we call it white boy shit or white people shit. Same thing. Same thing. We got a particular way we get in the bullshit, and they got a way. But we just assume they don't. The thing is, when it comes to us, they get on cold. They do the very same things we do. Why? Because we learned it from them. But when it comes to us, they side with themselves 1,000% of the time. It's us that cool each other out. Bernie Sanders is the example. So get Trump out. That's the stuff. Not us, not me, us. Trump was like me, and some more me. And white folks is like, I'm going to vote for that motherfucker. I like him. It's all about me. America's great because I am the president. I want you to know that. Okay? You're all buffoons. You're all not smart at all. I am the genius. I'm the certified genius. I have my papers in my back pocket, and you don't have any papers. So as a matter of fact, get out of my White House. Get out of my White House. I built this thing painstakingly by myself. White folks love it. I actually was getting amused by it. I did an episode on Donald Trump, SoundCloud.com/GYHOMP. We all supporting Trump. We want 4 years of Trump in a way that Barry Goldwater was running for president in 1964, and Malcolm X was like, I'm voting for that motherfucker. Why? Because it would stir our people up. This dude's so racist. He is going to force us to get together. Because he don't even want no collaborators. He don't want no coons. He don't want no mulattoes. He don't want none of that. Rochambeau was a general in the French army, and he hated black people. But he hated mulattoes worse-er. He hated collaborators worse-er. He's like, I'm going to kill all you niggas. And so the Haitian people was like, the collaborators and everybody, they was like, listen, man, shit, we got to get together. He don't like none of us. We can kiss his ass and suck his balls. And he's like, all right, y'all can stay. And we like, shit, we like daddy. But he don't like us neither. That's who Trump is. Well, Trump has got his, he can jump kind of his little Negroes around him. And Bernie Sanders got his Negroes around. No white political pundit and a person who is aspiring to have the highest office in the land is not going to not have no niggas around them. Of course, you got to get the black vote. It's the swing vote. So these are the things I found interesting with Mr. Sanders. Now, these are the major issues. But you know how white folks talk about How do you feel about the major issues? So these are the major issues for Black people. Damn, I gotta dig a little bit. I gotta see what's going on with this brother. Because he's our brother, right? What are you saying? He's our brother. I'm so used to saying brother, I call everybody brother. I'm so used to it. It's in my vernacular now. But anyway, a couple things that are Democratic pushes. LGBTism. He's absolutely for that. That's a Democratic push. People on the Republican side, they ain't for none of that. Not openly, even though they do it behind closed doors. But the Democrats are absolutely pushing this LGBT. And it's far beyond just giving people rights and privileges. No. We're going to remove the civil rights movement for Black people and a new movement that gets total focus of all political pundits is the LGBT. He absolutely is probably down all the way with Dwayne Wade's doing to his son. The policies that and the laws that he wants to give protections to, and they got protections within 5 to 10 years, more than we've gotten in 400 years that we've been here. We still get killed with impunity because we're Black, and no justice is ever gotten in the court system. And so Mr. Sanders agrees with all the things that this agenda is pushing onto our people. To emasculate our men and feminize them, not just to feminize them, make them act like girls, but make them think that they are girls, and to turn them into girls. And now we're having a debate about a 13-year-old having major surgery to be a female. There's a discussion where in ordinary circumstances, if you slap a kid, CPS can be called on you, and the kids can take it, but you can cut off his penis now. Just flip-flopping it backwards. Chaos all over the place. And he's supposed to remedy everything. Okay, so he failed that. He failed that. The DACA program. Basically, this is basically the immigrant program. Anything to deal with immigrants. The DREAMER program, the DREAMER Act, all that stuff, he believes in. And all the rights and privileges he's trying to get immigrants. Now, they don't have it all, so there's still more banging to do to get them in the country. People who are illegal immigrants. He believes in that. He believes in having illegal immigrants here, not being shipped back to the country, and having a life here. The thing is, taxpayers got to give them a boost. See, they need a boost because they're illegally here. You understand? So they need a boost for citizenship, right? So when you make certain calls for certain things, they get privileges over you. And I'm talking to the Black people specifically. And he believes in that, right? So all these damn stores here. That was a dude, that's deeper too. That was a dude thing to use the civil rights to bang down the doors of immigration so that the Jews can come in, take advantage of all of it, and keep Black people out. And they used a couple of niggas to pay to help them with it. That's the core, that's the SCLC and all that. Notice he was part of those groups as well. Yeah, they got broke off. He was at the March on Washington, right? Malcolm X did a whole thing on the March on Washington. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and assume he was part of that, man. You Jewish, you know. You Jewish. See, it's not hate teaching, it's love teaching. I know you're thinking, you hateful motherfucker. I don't like you because you're hateful. This ain't hate teaching, this love teaching. We're combating hate every day. Shout out to Khalid Muhammad. We face hate every day. Devil food cake is Black. Angel food cake is white. You got blackball, blackmail, blacklisted. You have funerals, you wear black. You have weddings, you wear white. You go in a dictionary, and all the goodness, you see the scene with Malcolm X. He reading the dictionary like, are you kidding me? The opposite of Black, sullen, beautiful, or not sullen, beautiful, great, honest, straight dealing? What? What? Those are the adjectives that describe white? That's a lie. No. I don't believe you. And so he's for programs and acts and laws that protect immigrants and gays. And where the Black people? Where the Black people at? Where the stuff for Black people? You don't get no protections? That's not on your campaign trail? Oh, black people want to vote for you? Okay, move on. My personal favorite, reparations. The man said no to reparations. See, these people said on Facebook that they're down with the Tangibles 2020, ADOS, which is now Foundation of Black Americans. We're now moving from the position of reparations. If you're not answering the reparations question correctly, get the fuck out of our face. I'm sorry for all the swearing. I'm sorry. And so we believe, again, on this microwave revolution thing. This is going to take some time, bro. This is going to take some time. You got to let these people know, listen, the Republicans are about to own this house for a long time. They about to own this thing. They about to own everything. The jig is up. We're exposing this entire thing. We want the system to come down. I want it to crumble. If a big asteroid hits us, nah. I mean, you gotta start, life all over again. Nah. We want to whoop some ass. We want to whoop some ass. We want to whoop some ass. I'd rather die that way, whooping ass. Give me a punch or two, let me shoot a cracker or two, and then they take me out. I fought in the struggle. God will send me back to the new nation. Because I fought for my people. I fought for the vengeance of our people and the freedom of our people. But most importantly, the goddamn vengeance. And so to repay and to give back what you owe, he said, no, I don't see how it's possible. I don't see how it's possible. That's where the money comes from. You got all the answers to free this and tax this and all this stuff, reparations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can't talk about that. Wait a minute, bro. All these other policies and shit you real astute and articulate and you gave this real deep thought, and then you got people around you that put it together, made your idea come into fruition using their skill set. Why don't you get in the room with these same people and talk about reparations and give black people back what you owe us? Our 40 acres in a mule. What does that cash out to nowadays? How much land is that? How much money is that? Let's sit down and deal with the black constitution of reparations with the things that you owe us. This is how we're gonna make this come true. Make this come to fruition, huh? What's the economic stimulus package, sir? You're giving other groups. Your government is giving other groups, other ethnic groups, especially Jews, but other white ethnic groups. Remember, America was like no Jews, no Catholics, no Irish. You know what I'm saying? The white Anglo-Saxon, they said, any other type of white, we don't want you. And they said, well, that ain't working. Let's switch that up a little taste. So they involved other white ethnic groups to come in and get their whiteness. And they gave them an economic stimulus package. They gave them a police station. They gave them the firefighters. They gave them the civil service jobs. They gave them lawyers and district attorneys and all those like all the like. And they dominated that. And they used that money to build the economic base. Where is ours at? How about you give us basketball? Just give us basketball, huh? We'll take the NBA. We'll take the NBA and everything that stems from it. We'll be good. Huh? Talk to me. Tell me something. No? No? Okay. All right. Next thing. Let's move on. You said no to reparations, y'all. That's our sticking point. I mean, that should be the end of the video, but it's not. Let's continue. Israel. Man said there's a convention, the American convention on Israel, and it's been going on for a very long time. He's boycotted it for 30 years. This is a kind of like a racist thing. I forget the exact quote. And so this is why I said he's got enemies in both camps because of that. It's a very big sticking point for politicians. Their thoughts on Israel. You must be pro-Israel. That's what all the lobbyists support. All that stuff. We control everything. But you're not gonna move if you don't have no level of Zionist support. But he said, as a youth growing up in Israel, damn, how long Israel been around? As a youth, his old ass growing up in Israel, he wanted a free and independent Israel. To be free and independent, you gotta have a military base. And he believed in it too. He believes in it. Now he thinks it's like racist. Like the leadership there, and he's been a pariah there of sorts. So that's interesting to find out. Right? That's interesting to find out. And we must keep an eye on those things. And the strange thing is, he's Jewish. Like I said, he spent time in Israel, but he's not pro-Jewish. So this is the trick bag that we're dealing with. You mean to tell me a Jewish man is not pro-Jewish? He used to live in Israel and visit Israel and all that, have access to it, even though he had a working class Jewish family in Brooklyn. You know, okay, you can always go home. And he went home. And then as he grew up, he said, no, Israel's wrong. Is that possible? Yeah, no. No, not when it comes to Jews. No, they don't deal with that. They don't deal with betrayal. No, they don't do that. No. No, just observing. I see that. No. Yeah, no. Joe Biden is a Trump-ish. Joe Biden is Trump-ish, and I believe he'll come back and win this. I'm predicting this now. Joe Biden is going to come back and win the Democratic Party. He's going to win. Him and Trump one-on-one. Two good old-fashioned racists. That's what I like. Joe Biden, he's racist. He does every bit racist as Trump. Beautiful. I love it. You can fight all kinds of dirt. He's dirty. Joe Biden touches on children and speaks up for segregation and just pro-gun and all that shit. Oh, I love it. Give me the good, dirty white supremacists. Give it to me, Ivan Drago. That's what I want. And I want black people to see that. Now, Mr. Sanders believes in the HBCU money. I talked about that before, and we talked about that. And that's the Boulez thing. Roland Martin. HBCU money. We want you that. We want the HBCU. We want the HBCU money so that we can go work for white folks. And that the brothers are wearing heels and how that coincides with the LGBT thing. So that money's going to go there, but it's always going to be that caveat. Hey, you got to be open to this lifestyle, and all the money will be yours. So let's do a take that right here. So, having covered that, let's deal with the interview of Cardi B, and then we will end our discussion. I've been on for about an hour. What's going on? I got approximately 2 people. What's going on, y'all? I love y'all, man. Y'all cool in the mind. Y'all be true, be straight and be true. You like it? Is it just me that don't like it? No. Thumbs up. Like as Vicky Dillon says, thumbs up. Right. I can't wait to get a platform like that, man. I'm tearing it apart. So where we at? Here we go. Bernie Sanders in the issues. Now let's go through this, and I'm going to stop. It's only 10 minutes long, and so at certain points I'm going to stop it. Okay. So this is Bernie Sanders and Cardi B having a political discussion. How great.
We're at the 10 Nail Bar in Detroit, Michigan, talking about some of the most important issues that impact you.
Don't you ever feel like scared that like these people that run drug companies and these schools, it's all a business. And it's like, are you scared that you will get so many powerful people upset? I don't know.
Cardi, that's what I've been doing my whole life.
All right, guys. So this is Cardi and Bernie, and we're out here in Detroit at the 10 Nail Bar because I love nails. You know what I'm saying? A couple of weeks ago, I asked.
You see how the bullshit is already starting? The bullshit is already starting. We at 10 Nail Bar. I don't know who owns it in Detroit. I don't know who owns it. I'm not familiar with 10 Nail Bar. You guys can probably check that out. Find some Koreans. And for some sisters, shout out to the sisters. Weird opportunity. But I doubt it. Yeah, so she's already starting with the shit. I always like nails. You don't really know I like nails. And she got these long Freddy Krueger ass nails. It's strange because she got big hands, and so the hands is big and the nails is bigger. So yeah, all right. So I'm kind of taking petty shots right now in the beginning of it, but I'm gonna let it keep going.
My followers, what type of questions would you like to ask a Democratic candidate? Let's go, baby. And you know what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to advocate the youth in my community because I feel like there's a serious problem right now in America. We have this bully as a president, and the only way to take him out is somebody winning.
We got to.
And so, all right, so I dealt with this earlier about the fear tactic to get Donald Trump out. So this is what they're starting with. You know what I mean? The whole thing of getting rid of Donald Trump. He's a bully. He's an overt racist, and it's not very nice for the American public to see the white man as he truly is. Okay, I don't like him. He's like my brother. I love him, but I don't like him at all. And he's very rude and disrespectful and stuff. And so we want to move him from seats. I mean, we do movies like this all the time. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we fall for the trick bag that when white folks who speak out against people's racism but do nothing actively to stop the racism, as in to remove the system of white supremacy that produces the white man that rules the planet, instead of removing it and have a system of justice, they just say mean, so-called mean, minor, mean things about it. And so Bernie says,
get rid of Donald Trump, obviously, because Donald Trump is an overt racist. He's way out there.
But right now, people are just not scared to show it. And we constantly see on social media police brutality against black men and against minorities. What are we going to do to change that? Because that is discouraging our people. It's discouraging us to fight. It makes us feel like we're worthless. We constantly see a man getting killed every day, and it seems like nobody cares, nobody's sympathizing, nobody's talking about it.
Obviously.
See, what we really want, and what she said there, and if you can't see the video, right? What she's saying is, we need you to stop killing us. Please, white daddy, what are you going to do? Can you stop them from killing us? You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. If you see her videos when she beefing with somebody, oh, she got all the smoke in the world. Oh, she with the banging. She with that life. She with that life. I think she got blue on right now. So she with that life. So when it comes down to some real shit or some street shit, you must I don't care about that. But they show the compilation of videos of police officers killing the brothers. Oh, we just need some. We don't feel like people are hearing us, and we don't. People care. We just want somebody to care. No. See, it's this feeling and emotional thing. No. We want punishment. What you gonna do to these damn crackers, man? They're killing us in the streets, sir. You want our vote? What do you plan on doing to these people? But he doesn't deal with that. This is what he says.
We need to end all forms of racism in this country, from Donald Trump down to the local police department. We have something like 1 out of 4 young black men in this country end up in the criminal justice system. They may end up in jail, they may end up on parole, they may end up with probation, whatever it is. That is disgusting and beyond belief. So, first thing we do is we make sure that young people in this country, black and Latino, Native American, whoever they may be, get the kind of education and job training they need so they can go out and get good jobs.
No. See, that's the March on Washington. Mr. Farrakhan dealt with that already. He said, what did we do? The 1800s, Marcus Garvey, jobs and freedom. Some black activists went to FDR, a man that they're going to mention a little later on in the interview. And he said, and I forget I should know who this is. This is Negro. I think Whitney Young and the other elder brother who died up around that time went up in a White House and said, this is what we need. Mr. President, can you provide this? And he looked at them coolly and said, I agree with everything you said, man. but make me do it. That's what he told them. FDR, make me do it, nigga. You right. Everything that you wrote down, the plight of black people is horrible. You get hung and you got no protections and you have no institutions. And you are right. Make me do it. Make me do it. And so he's talking about those are horrible things, and we got to end all forms of racism. We dealing with black people first. Is what they do is they dilute the question, right? We say black people, and they say, well, black people, Latino, people of color, Native American. No. We not Latino, people of color. No. I ain't talking about all that. I'm talking about black people. And so what they say, we need to invest in job trainings and education. See that the trick bag, the crossover. Hey, education. I got educational institutions here for you to go to, right, sir? And then what you do is you graduate, you see what I'm saying, and get you a job. No, not business investments and entrepreneurship for black people that own and control their own destiny, because politics is about power and money and ownership. And then you get into politics and make sure can't nobody take your shit. I ain't sharing this with no damn body. But we get the fake education. That cool, damn, I'm missing his name right now. He was one of those niggas on Instagram or some other social media website crying about Donald Trump, our president is so racist. I can't believe it. He's so terrible. And even he, the cool, was talking about in his economics class. He was first to show up and sit up in the front and raise his hand and answered all the questions correctly and did all the extra curricular work and was always ahead in his readings and knew all the answers and all that stuff. And he said, man, these professors was having meetings up at their home, rooming sessions basically that I was not privy to and I was not invited to. And so they were already choosing people for certain positions. And I wasn't one of them. So this is what's going on, these educational institutions. The white professor is looking out for his young youth to hook them up with those jobs. Hook them up with those institutions. Yeah, we want you to run. They have actual schools, ladies and gentlemen, with people who are going to run the country. And they teach them how to deal with niggas. That's a course. I ain't even supposed to know that particular college exists. But you stumble on things. You follow things. You read things. You know? Like Malcolm X said, when white folks want to hide something from you, what do? They put it in the book. Well, now they can put it in videos. You have access to all information in the world. We are in the age of information. You have access to it all, man. Clickety clack, bangity bang, and it'll come up. It'll come up. It will blow your mind. They got something called the dark web, my man, where they're raping 1-year-olds and they're selling and downloading those videos for thousands of dollars. And it's run and controlled and operated by politicians, all the way up to the head of state, my dear. Do you not see creepy Joe Biden filling up children and they giving them the uppercuts? Do you see the look of horror on their face? And you say nothing, but you bang on crazy on Bill Cosby. This dude is filling up children in your face. I know you've seen the videos, and you say nothing. But why Bill Cosby in jail? Why R. Kelly in jail? We gotta save the black girls. We gotta save the black girls. You don't think Mr. Creepy Biden had any black girls? The Biden gonna win. Yes, sir. Let's keep going. Keep the party going.
We have to invest in jobs and education, not more jails and incarceration. Second of all, in terms of police brutality, if a police officer kills somebody.
Wait a minute. because he's about to get into something sexy right now. But wait a minute, let's deal with this. I'm trying to hold on, fellas. Fellas and ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to hold on. So forgive me, it's 1:30. I had no rest. I'm just going and going and going. And I get my girls up in like 6 hours. But I do it for y'all because I love y'all. I love you. Like he said, more jobs, education, job training, and less jails and prisons. So again, he's going to take on this 1% that also have invested in private prison. This is a relatively new thing. This is not something very old. I think this is up around 30 or 40 years of private prison thing. And that's a lot of money in that. And it's two sides to one coin. It makes a lot of money. Black death and destruction is $1 trillion business. Imprisonment is $1 billion business. And so those individuals who invest in those prisons, what? Have the money to control policy. This is why you got all these new laws that just come out of nowhere. One, for instance, to protect police officers, which he's about to go into, is you remember the brothers in New York was dumping water on police officers? Don't you know within a week of that happening, they had laws protecting them from getting water dumped on them? Water! They element of life. You can't live without water. They got water dumped on them. Just a little inconvenience. 2 to 5 years, nigga. Dump water on me again. And the president is talking about, we gotta be tougher on street crime. What the fuck is street crime? And he gonna go up against them and he gonna beat them. Okay, tell me anything. Keep going. He's talking about the police officers now. Now listen to this. Okay, he said, if he said, "Ma'am, if a police officer kills somebody,
that killing must be investigated.
Must be
by the
investigated.
United States Department of Justice. Number 3, we at the federal level make sure, do everything that we can to make sure that police departments look like the communities that they serve, not like an oppressive army."
I don't want people thinking that.
Now, he said it be investigated by the Department of Justice. Brother Umar said something similar about Obama. If he wanted to do something for black people, that's the least he could have did when those things happen. Get the DOJ down. Now it's all running the white supremacy. So yeah, you're just gonna get some guys down here who are part of the same crew. And the thing is, different branches of military don't like the lower branch. They treat everybody like they ain't shit. The police officers are the lowest rung, and those above them act like they above them. Except when it comes to black people. Then they're all on code. That's what that code tells us. That is going to do absolutely nothing. Because you didn't say anything about punishing these race soldiers. Shout out to my man King Flex. We want to hear them niggas is going to jail forever, because that's what happens to us. That's what happens to us. We get blown up by drones when we kill police officers. That's what happens with us. We get blown up by drones, and then the photos get leaked out, and everybody can see them with your lower half here and your top half there. That's what we get. They just showed the video of the brother running like he was about to have an asthma attack. He was walk running, and the police officer just said, "Man, listen, I ain't doing all this chasing shit." Bow, right in the back. Gets off. Eric Gardner, big dude, had breathing problems, looked like he was getting tired talking. I don't care. Give me 40 officers. Let's all put them in the chokehold. Gets off. But you don't mention anything about punishing these guys. And then Cardi B.
That we're trying to attack the police. Because let me tell you something. There was this one time that I started to feel like I hate the police. They pigs. But there's a lot of cops that go in their jobs and they want to protect their people.
So we need police departments that look like the communities that they serve. We get rid of a lot of this militarization of the police department, which is a form of intimidating people in the community. get nervous when you do your big performances?
It depends.
What about when you go abroad? Is that okay?
They love Americans over there. It don't matter what.
Well, all Americans.
There is a lot going on when it comes to the immigrant.
Okay, I just want to be absolutely sure with this one thing. I'm gonna check. Let me check this real quick. I just want to check this. I really do. I really do. Okay, so they love Americans. I just kind of gotta just. We talked about it a little bit, but I gotta make sure, man. Gotta make sure. Just don't know. This whole thing just smells the high heaven. Okay, it smells the holy high heaven. I just want to be absolutely sure. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Just make sure. Just want to make sure. Continue. Born in Manhattan, New York. Okay.
Prince is a very tough situation. I met a fan in one of my concerts, and he was telling me how he's a dreamer, and he was approved by DACA and everything, and now he has to get deported to Mexico, to a country that he don't know nothing about. What are we gonna do when it
Shout out Donald Trump. Shout out to Donald Trump. Goddamn it. Shout out to Donald
comes
Trump.
to the dreamers in this country?
I'm gonna make a promise to you. All right. There it is. Trump ended the DACA program with an executive order.
See, man, I don't. It says, "What are you gonna do for the dreamers?" It didn't say, "What are you gonna do for black people?" None of the questions about black. I'm gonna end it here because I'm not gonna go through the whole interview. But he says, "What are you gonna do for the dreamers?" Trump said, "And no more DACA program." The DACA program was talking about that goddamn, not DACA, the Dreamer program was started by Barack Obama. I think in 2012. It's either DACA or Dreamer. I think the DACA was in 2001 by a representative of both parties, and the Dreamers was President Obama. And he swooned about the LGBT, he swooned about him. And he's gonna say, you know, Trump came in, executive order, got rid of all that shit. Let's keep them all popping. Let's deport everybody back to Mexico. I've never been to Mexico. Where you going right now? Shout out to Donald Trump. Because the immigrants, all immigration legislation has destroyed us. And the Negro spirituals will talk about what we had to deport you. And we had Malcolm X's mom, Marcus Garvey, and all these other people that come from Harry Belafonte. These 5 people that came from overseas. Yeah, we have Stokely Carmichael. But they don't mention Stokely Carmichael because he don't believe in what they believe in. Stokely Carmichael was a goddamn revolutionary. But we ain't got those coming over here anymore. Yeah, no, we don't got those no more. We don't got the Garveys and the Carmichaels no more. We don't got those no more. We don't got a woman that came over and married a Garveyite and had Malcolm X. She married into a revolutionary family. And she said, yeah, I like this brother. He's bad. We don't got sisters that's coming from foreign lands looking to marry revolutionaries and stuff to involve themselves in the movement. Nah, they're filtering them out. They're getting the African queen. We getting Africans that don't even want to look at you if you're black. How you doing? If you get that. I had a dude in my car, man. 20 times he go with my Uber. Just got my car, act like he never got my car before. I said, dude, ain't this the 3rd time I got you? He said, yeah. Like, you just gonna sit back there and act like you didn't get my car 2 other times. No, hey man, how you doing? You know, like, wow, what's the chances of getting 3 times? I get that from white people. This motherfucker just sat in my car and just was like, whatever. And this is not indicative of all Africans, but these are the ones that's coming over. And we have to deal with that. And no one's speaking against them. Like, hey man, you know, you're being hateful and all that other stuff because you still got that code connected to them because you can't condemn them. We don't have no problem condemning our code. We let they listen to that motherfucker. Code. He's a sellout. Don't fuck with him at all. We let you know. Y'all ain't getting jack. And so that Dreamers program is immigrants. So they'll use the face. They'll use Cardi B. This cute Cardi B face. We want more white Latinos and Mexicans to come over to add to our numbers. and to undermine black people because they do the jobs that we're going to do that we expect to get face value for $25 an hour. I want personal time, I want bereavement, I want health care, dental, all that. They're like, big corporations is like, no, give us those illegal immigrants. Let's bring them on over here. Let's get the Mexicans. I don't know, we paying $8 an hour. Sold. Enrique, come on, you hit it. And they'll pile into a house and they'll take that $8 hour shift and they'll work 20 hours a day and they'll come home and they'll pool the resources and buy a little community for themselves. Within 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years because the cultures and names and values have not been taken from them. And they'll do that. And then no black people like, no, I ain't doing that. I want my $25 an hour. I'm going to get in a white political union or white labor union. I'm going to get in with them. And they don't really have me do nothing on the job, but I get my $25 an hour. I'm cool. Y'all niggas try to get in. It took me a long time to get in there. I ain't messing this up. Nothing. That's all I do. Like Flex said, I got this job. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm going to wait for the white man to want to use me. Because they got to hire me for numbers. It's always a numbers game. What the fuck about you? It's a numbers game. They got to have 25%. So when they get audited, you got one person for every 4 people, one black person, that's 25%. You good. So you get the contract, sir. Yeah, it's a game. But he don't talk about that. He don't talk about the unions and all the little tricks of the trade. They're just we gotta militarize the police force. Once we do that, it look like an army. And this is Bernie Sanders. He's a fraud and shit. And Chuck D said, we waiting on Jesus. Yeah, we waiting on Jesus. Most black folks have been told Jesus is coming back. So yeah, they're waiting on Jesus. But they'll take another white man that's a little nicer, has some similar character traits as Jesus. Black people believe in this guy. I don't think he's gonna win. Matter of fact, I don't want him. I want creepy Joe Biden. I want the worst representative of a white man that you can find. I want the worst one. Trump 2020, Biden 2020. And they're going to pass laws just like him. It's going to further destroy black people because they come in with their sweet promises and their kisses and they don't deliver it all. I was telling my wife here, John F. Kennedy lied and backstabbed the mafia continuously. And they said that motherfucker got to go. At that time as it is now, anybody in America that was causing problems and wouldn't get shit done, that was well known, the mafia was notified. And they handled it. And so John F. Kennedy, when the chickens came home to roost, blew his goddamn head off. Look at the film. That woman grabbed his head and put it back on his head. They blew his head off his head. And I know that sounds mean, but I'm thinking about all the brothers got their head blown off and hung, and women having their babies ripped out of their bellies. I got a wife right now that's pregnant. Stomach is bulging, the baby's moving inside. They could just cut it out and rip it out and stomp on it. And that's what they did. And I'm gonna die that day. If it was done to me, I'm gonna get a shotgun blast in the face. I'm gonna take somebody out. I'm gonna do it. Somebody do that to me. That's what I'm doing. And so I speak for them because they can no longer speak. And they're looking for a vessel that best represents them. Forgiveness is not that vessel. I'm not that vessel. I don't trust these people. I don't trust no white politicians. Well, you should be. Because, ladies and gentlemen, tell me who, what white man ever did you eat? Abraham had freed his slave. He said, 40 acres in the union. Ain't you still waiting on that mule? Ain't you still waiting on them acres? Huh? You ever give you that shit? You still hoping that it comes in the mail. You are approved. Your mule is coming in 2 months. Your check is coming in 2.5. Thank you for doing the business with America. Signed, Abraham Lincoln. That's what you think. You waiting on that. I know you. The man said nothing but Lincoln. Our political stance and position at issue was reparations. Do or die. So are you about reparations or are you not? No. Okay. I gotta go. That was our political position. Everybody ran off the train. It's like Tommy Boy said, we don't take no for an answer. And all the people told him no. And he said, okie dokie. All right. Thanks for talking with us. And yo, man, no, nigga, you're supposed to retort. You're supposed to come back. They waiting for a counter argument. You're supposed to jump up out of the chair and be like, damn, well, is that it? Nah, nigga, you hold on. Let's do something here. Hold on. I know we just chit-chatted for a little while, but I got some other things here I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry, it just slipped my mind. So that we can turn that yes or that no into a yes. That's what we ultimately want. That's what you want. That's what I want. Well, no. And we're good with that. We don't want this guy. He's not a representative of us. It's okay to say no. It's okay to stand firm and say, you know what, man, I don't like this. He sound good. I'm not feeling it, man. There's some things that he's missing here. There's some things in his background that's not been good for black people. Civil rights groups have not been good for black people. They keep using civil rights all-stars and put them in front of us and say, these are your leaders. He should be down with you because he was with Dr. King, and then you don't know Dr. King's story. And you're not familiar with the organizations from the past. Because white folks are giving you that information. And it's farce. It's a falsehood. It's a lie. And you don't know. When I first saw him, I felt the same way. Oh man, he's Dr. King, man. I saw that picture. Same picture you saw. Oh man, he's good. You walk with Dr. King. I'm like, wait a minute. He in the 5th row. He in the back. We don't got no evidence that Dr. King knew who the fuck this dude was. I bet you Dr. King didn't know nothing about this guy. Or just a young punk in a movement who is living off Dr. King. Even white folks living off of Dr. King. Golly. Damn, Dr. King was around so many people. Of course they in the picture with him. The dog was in the picture with him. The police chief was in the picture with him. J. Edgar Hoover, he's in the picture with Dr. King. Why is the FBI, why is the director of the FBI in the White House with a political activist and the president of the United States? Do you know who the FBI director is right now? No, I don't. And you never will. That was the Hoover rule. Stay the fuck out of the media. Why are you constantly in front of the camera? Why are you always in the White House? God damn. Sit down some damn way. Goodness gracious. So this is the government that's going to produce Bernie Sanders. And he's going to be the face of reform, because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about revolutionary change, completely destructive change. We're talking about reform. Reform again. Reforming this law, reforming the system, changing it, adjusting it, being inside. You got to be inside trying to change it. So it's you versus everybody. You versus all the people who are comfortable with the system exactly the way it is. They give you millions of dollars with the system exactly the way it is. And it eliminates the threat of African insurrection. Sir, that's ultimately what we want. Africans want insurrection. We want complete constructive change. That means some buildings got to come down, and some idols must fall, and this man must fall. So I ask you, Mr. Sanders, and I'll leave with this. What specifically are you going to do for black people I want to thank y'all for being up so late with me. But when you listen to this, at whatever time you listen, I thank you for listening. Thank you for holding on. Because when I aired this, when I recorded this, it was late. I just wanted to get it done. And it was on my heart and spirit. And I hope that for every 10 black people who are voting for Bernie Sanders after listening to this and getting the true context of the black struggle and movement and what we need for our people moving forward to empower our people, not through political gain, is for us to do for ourselves. And we cannot ask white folk to do for us what we can do for ourselves. We have to stop doing that. And so we must strategize and organize. Organize, organize, organize. As Kwame Ture told us, you must organize. And great things will be accomplished. I added that. Bernie Sanders and it is a fraud. SoundCloud.com/GYHOMP. Subscribe and like the YouTube channel. I'm trying to build it up. Also, go to the Facebook, become MisterxR. Send a friend request to your brother. Your brother, I answer any questions. You can converse. I'm open. Get with me while I'm about to blow up now. Get with me now. But with your help, hopefully we can get to that point. If you are willing to donate and contribute to the cause and struggle, $ Mr. X, capital M, R. So MisterxR, capital R, capital M. I know that's kind of confusing, but it's on the YouTube channel. You can see the cash out there. Please support that growing family. And like you say, time is money. I want to have the most information for you. So you get that time to put it together and give it to you in the way only Mr. X can give it to you. Only the way Mr. X can give it to you. All right? Black media, man. Black first. I love y'all. I appreciate you. And so you'll be seeing more of me. Put your hand in my pocket.